behalf of my fellow producers, the wonderful folks at Gagosian Gallery and Roadside Attractions, Howard and Eric, welcome to the premiere of Titus Kaphar's Exhibiting Forgiveness. I'm just going to do a little housekeeping. It's super important after I stop talking that everybody puts their phones away. This is a really one-of-a-kind event. A lot of stuff is going to happen. It's all just for the benefit of the people in the room. Afterwards, when you leave this space, shoot away. It'll be fine. But please, please give us the space inside this room to have it only for us. If you need to use the bathroom, you can exit down this aisle. Somebody will direct you, or you can exit that way and somebody will direct you. Okay? And now, I'd like to introduce you to the man whose incredible vision has brought us all together today, Titus Kaphar.
Y'all showed up. Okay, first part done. Oh my God. All right, so I'm gonna do something I don't normally do. That is, I'm gonna actually read the text. There's so many of you here that came from a really long way away to see me, to see this. And so I don't want to take too much of your time. So I'm just going to read this little thing and then we're going to jump in. This way I don't ramble because I have a tendency to do that. Welcome to Gagosian Gallery, Beverly Hills. It said you clap after that. My name is Titus Kaphar, and I am the writer-director of Exhibiting Forgiveness. As an artist, I work in many different mediums, but I still see myself primarily as a painter. I view the world through a painter's lens. I get excited about the way the sun casts shadows in my kitchen floor, the red dirt of my grandmother's Mississippi, or the oddly shaped rock I found in the gutter on my way here today. What I'm saying to you is I see the world as a painter, and I've been trying to paint this film for my entire career. The biggest difference between painting and film is that for me, painting is a solitary act, while film is a necessarily communal one. So while a film by Titus Kaphar is the nomenclature, it is woefully insufficient. Exhibiting Forgiveness is a film made possible by a community of extraordinary people who believed in the vision for this project when there was very little evidence that I could achieve what I intended. I am thankful to those who believed from the beginning. When Exhibiting Forgiveness was just words on a page and a few drawings in my sketchbook, I'm thankful. My grandmother used to say, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. So to our cast, crew, producers, publicists, distributor, Roadside Attraction, to Gagosian Gallery team, to the president of my film company, Revolution Ready, to my team at UTA, and to my family, I want to say thank you for your faith when the evidence was still unseen. Finally, I am deeply grateful to all of you here to share this moment with us. We are in theaters October 18th, nationwide. But today is the very first iteration of the original vision of this project with all of its intended parts. And now we present Exhibiting Forgiveness.
I'm a bit overwhelmed. Thank you for coming, thank you for being here. We're going to bring our actors out, we're going to bring our director out. We're just going to have a 5-minute conversation with the directors and the actors, and then you guys can go wander and see what we also have for you. So let's bring out Titus Kaphar.
y'all got to see it first. It's the first time it's ever happened. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. So as I said from the beginning, this is not a solo project. That's not how film works. That's not how film works. So I want to introduce you to our extraordinary cast. John, Earl, Jelks. Aunjanue Ellis-Taylor. And back again, Andra. My brother Andra is working right now, so he couldn't make it, but he sends his love to all of you.
Quick question. Okay, I'm gonna start with you, Miss Aunjanue. You both Oscar-nominated actors. What is it about this movie, about this man, about this story that inspired you to trust a first-time writer-director?
Okay, I'll go. I said this about another first-time director very recently. I like people who do dope shit. And period, right? It doesn't matter to me how many films that they have directed. And I knew Titus's work. I heard his TED Talk. I was following him, and then he called me. You know what I mean? And I was just wanted to be a part of whatever he was doing. That's pretty much it.
Same. I also love dope shit, but yeah, I was a huge fan of his art. I was a huge fan of his work. So, like I say, I agreed to do the movie before I even read the script. So I was really hoping the words on the page was good, because I was like, oh no, I committed. Help me God. No, but he's a visionary, and I think you see that in people, So I think that I would say this: whatever arena Titus decides to get into, he will be great at it because he has vision and he pursues it and follows through. So, yes, it was an easy yes for me for sure.
And you may not know John Earl Jelks. You do now. He is a consummate theater actor, most notably with the master, August Wilson. This is his first leading role in a film. Speak to your experience, please.
It was dope shit. I truly have to say, Titus is like a visionary. I mean, from the page right to film, this guy knew exactly how he wanted to paint this picture, and he painted well. All the colors just match. And that's what I can truly say. I'm happy to be a part of the colors that he put on his canvas.
Andre is not here with us because he's working, but I did want Titus to speak to the process of how Andre learned to embody Titus.
So when we started this project, Andre and I just started talking and hit it off immediately. We were fast friends. I told him that if he wanted this piece, he had to learn how to paint, because I wanted to be able to shoot whatever angle I wanted to shoot. So for 3 months, he came to the studio and I gave him lessons. So the most difficult, challenging scene to paint was this one, to shoot was this one, because he would go in, he would make a brush stroke, I would say action, then I would say cut, and then I would go in and I'd repaint the painting and come back, say action, and just back and forth like that. It was like 1 or 2 in the morning when we started that. So he dedicated himself to it. Personally, I think his performance is absolutely extraordinary. So we're sorry that he's not here.
Two more questions. I wanted Andra to speak to the process of the beautiful song Bricks that you wrote for the film. I was like, I don't know what to do. Oh, you got one.
Does this one work? Okay. This one might still have reverb on it. I don't know yet. The process of making this song, I mean, interesting enough, I think from when we started, it was a fairly long process. I think it kind of just took time to reveal itself because I feel like music does that. But it came through just a lot of conversation with Titus, what he wanted to, you know, how he wanted it to feel, how he wanted to sit in the movie. He also sent me a playlist of stuff that inspires him and music that he loves. And so, you know, we'd come up with a few ideas and, you know, nothing really settled. But then we kind of spoke about one of the things, the idea for Bricks really just came from this idea that I think one of the greatest miracles is being able to create a present or a future or a reality that you've never actually experienced. So if you come from a history or a home of abuse, to create a loving, peaceful environment is actually pretty miraculous. And so I think that for me, that's a godly thing. We have those conversations. That Bricks was really inspired by that, by his story, and by, you know, Terrell's story, the fact that him and Aisha and everyone in the story is able to create a reality that they've never known and they've never experienced. And it was great working with Jherek, who is a genius.
Jherek is here.
Yes, I know. Where's Jherek at? Oh, there you go. Where is he? Hey, stand up, Jherek. Come here. Come here to see your face. Come over here. You got back? Is your lady here? Hey, girl. Yeah. So this is the team to put this together, and he's just a genius. The way he plays with sounds, the way he hears things. I like Jherek so much because he is musically brilliant, but he thinks outside of the box, and I love that. And it's the same thing with Titus. So I think between these two minds, there was no way we couldn't come up with a great song for the movie. So
Thank you, thank you. Last question, and then hopefully we can talk later. So Titus, you're a solo artist. You work with yourself in your room and your paints and your canvas. This was very different. There was over 100 folks helping him this time. Is there anything that you learned from making this movie that you can bring back to your practice?
That's a really good question. I think it's a lesson that I already knew, but the process of making a film forces you into it, and that is trust the process. That moment where you realize, oh shoot, all of these people are here and they're waiting for me to say go. And having the team that I had around me made it clear what the process was, even though I was the newbie on there. So, and same thing with painting or any other artwork that I do, trust the process. You know? That's all good and stuff, but what I want to say is I have the most extraordinary producers on this project. Hey Jamie. Jherek is not here. So they put up with a lot of shit from me. And but they continue to trust me all along the way, and there's no way we would have this without it. So I just want to invite you all to stand up. Thank you so much for coming. The gallery is open.
Thank you, everybody.